Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm here testing out four-color control again for the SCG Open in Syracuse, New York, March 2nd. That's next weekend. I'm here waiting for my opponent to join the game. While we're waiting, remember to subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified of new videos, and hit that like button. Helps out a lot. Awesome, looks like somebody joined us. Sounds good. Awesome. Alright, so starting out, it looks like we have a couple of Force of Wills, a Baleful Strix, a Polluted Delta, Chase the Mind Sculptor, and a K command. We only have one land, but we do have Force of Will back up, a Ponder, and a Strix to get us some draw. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this. We'll let our opponent know. Looks like our opponent mulled to 6. Oh, 5. Awesome. So we'll play the Polluted Delta. I think I'm going to crack this, play the Ponder, see if we can search up our next land. I'm going to start out with an island just because I'm not 100% sure of what my opponent's playing. I guess I'm not sure at all. I'm sure we'll find out within the next couple of turns. Alright. So off this pond, it looks like we have a Lily, a Verdant Catacombs, and a Forest. I like this. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the Verdant to the top to where I draw that. And then our Forest next, our Lily after that. All right, go ahead and pass turn. Remember to join me on weekday nights, anytime after about 8 PM EST. Play me a game of Legacy on untap.in. All right, so a Volcanic Island and a Ponder. We could be looking at a Sneak and Show build, possibly even maybe a Miracles and just start it off with a Volcanic Island. Could be a blue-red or Rug Delver. So since I know we have the Lily coming up next, I'm going to go ahead and play the Verdant Catacombs and pass turn. Next turn, we'll play the Forest, deploy the Lily, and see where that gets us. It could also depend, though, on what drops from the Volcanic Island. Looks like we have a Brainstorm. Thinking less and less about this being a Miracles build and maybe more around a blue-red or Rug Delver or Sneak and Show. I think if I can manage to deploy this Lily, start ticking her up, I might be able to get an early advantage and protect her and be able to get maybe an emblem. Start swinging with some zombie tokens. Snow-covered island. Interesting. Alright, go ahead and draw that. Ah, can't do the lily when you don't have double black. Well, I can most definitely get a, thinking in this case, probably a Badlands and casting the Baleful Strix. I don't think with the snow-covered island, I don't think we have to worry about Wasteland. So I'll start there, see where this goes. Awesome. All right, pass turn. So we do still have Force of Will back up with any shenanigans that might come along. Interesting. Grixis Control? Sure. Gotta be honest, I wouldn't have thought Grixis Control with Snow-Covered Island. Alright, so we have an Edict. So with Grixis Control, they typically have a couple of Gurmags, so I think I'm going to save the Diabolic Edict. I will let off the K command though. Killing the Strix and making our opponent discard. So with our opponent mulling to 5, this will take down their card. You know, that'll lessen the amount of cards in their hand, as well as killing the Strix, letting us swing in, get a couple of early beats. Awesome. Snapcaster Mage. So it's definitely Grixis Control. Pass turn. Wonder if we have a Jace coming. Luckily, we do, again, have Force of Will back up if that does turn out to be the case. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have their own Force of Will back up. I think it helped to get them to discard a card because that's less of a chance that that'll happen. Hoping we can get our own island. And there it goes. So this puts us in a really good spot. We're going to start off by swinging, see if our opponent has any responses. Awesome. And then we will deploy our Jace. I think if this does land, I'm going to go ahead and brainstorm, see if I can get a couple of blue cards for the Force of Will. All right. Pitching Snapcaster Mage. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Force of Will. Pitching Force of Will. Awesome. All right, so I'm curious. I'm going to go ahead and brainstorm. At our next land, Get rid of the Deluge. Get rid of the Lily. And that might be coming down next turn. So we do definitely have a trophy just in case our opponent decides to play their own Jace the Mind Sculptor. I think we'll be in good shape. Okay, command. Kern, Snapcaster Mage, and I discard. So, no response. So if we do that, we have the Lily coming up next. I won't be able to play the Lily. I do have the Strix. I think I need the trophy for anything that might be coming down. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to get rid of the Edict. So the trophy can take care of any Planeswalker that comes down, as well as a Gurmag, because that's what I kept the Edict for. But in addition, the Baleful Strix is also a good blocker to the Gurmag. It stops him in his tracks. Okay. So I still think I'm in a really good spot. Next turn, I'm going to play the Lily. Start ticking her up. And that way, if our opponent plays a main phase or plays a Snapcaster Mage on their turn, or they decide to lead with the Strix, I'll be able to take that out. Sure. The question is, what is the target? Probably a pond. Oh, Culligan's command. Sure. So killing the Strix, making me discard? Mm-hmm. I think in this case, I'm going to discard my own Strix. Oh, return Baleful Strix to his hand, and I discard. All right. All right with that. All right, so start off with that. Go ahead and just to cover my tracks a little bit, because I don't want my opponent swinging in with Jace. I'm going to get an Underground Sea. Shuffle up. And tap the forest for a Lily. Organize things real quick. All right, so from here, start ticking her up. Swing with Strix. And just in case my opponent draws a Bolt, I'm going to look at the top one card. Brainstorm, I don't want to give my opponent selection. And pass turn. So far, don't like to count my eggs before they patch. I think we're in a good spot to win this game. I don't, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything Grixis Control might have that could take these two out, the Jace and the Lily out. Still have the Assassin's Trophy in hand. Thoughtseize. All right. Got our trophy, but that is okay. All right, what do we have coming? Another Strix, possibly? Okay. That's okay. All right. So, draw, ponder, start. Just gonna take one of those out. I'm gonna ponder, see where this gets me. Maybe a push or a bolt. There goes the push we need. There goes the trophy. I'm gonna go ahead and see what my opponent has. Another Strix. Yeah, no need to give him 2 cards. Get rid of that. And swing in. Awesome. So I do know that I had the Assassin's Trophy next, and then the Jace after that. So I don't think our opponent can cast too much that we need to worry about. I will admit I don't like being empty-handed, especially with having a Jace on the board. Great. Got our trophy. Combat phase. Tick Lily. Continue to manipulate our opponent's top card. You can have the land pass turn. All right, so there, 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 there. Brainstorm, we'll get rid of that. And pass turn. Okay. Sure. Sure. He swings in with that. I'm just going to go ahead and trophy it. Keep Jace doing his thing. Same with the Lily. I'd eventually, gonna go for the emblem next turn. Seal the deal. Alert response. See if we can pull this off. Okay. Sure. Should have waited to find out who exactly my opponent was swinging at. But I have to guess it was Lily. Still, my mistake. Okay. Awesome, awesome. So we got game one. For game two, I think I'm going to bring out the Force of Wills. I've been trying to leave in one. I forget who recommended it, but it's I think it's worth trying. So I'm going to bring in the Red Elemental Blast. It's good against a lot of my opponent's cards, whether it's a Ponder or Brainstorm, digging for a land, a Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is definitely one of my opponent's win conditions against me, or Baleful Strix to get through Snapcaster Mage, or their Force of Wills if they decide to leave them in. We're on the play, or sorry, we're on the draw, so I'm going to take out Thoughtseize. I'm going to leave in him to Torak just because I always like a 2-for-1. I'm going to bring in Maelstrom Pulse. My opponent does have a lot of X1s, so I'll bring in Toxic Deluge. Not worried about Surgical Extraction, Scavenging Ooze. Let's see if there's anything else. I pretty much like all my other cards. I even like the Edict just because of Gurmag, even though I have a lot of options against it. Leovold's good. I think our own Jace is good. Our own Lily is good. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this up. Alright, so 4 land, 3 other cards. This can be a little tricky. The Ponder does give us some ability to manipulate our draw step. Baleful Strix can get us out of a tight spot, as well as the Fatal Push to back us up. I think I'm going to go ahead and try this out, as this can quickly turn into something good with the Ponders and the Strixes. Plus, we're on the draw, so there's opportunities for us to draw out of this. All right, and that's a good start. So I think I'm going to lead with the Underground Sea. Pass turn, end of turn, Brainstorm. Okay. I'm going to save my fetch lands for the until I draw either a card with a with red, or that needs either red or green. Kind of hold off on that. Plus, just in case we get a Brainstorm, I want to be able to shuffle away a couple of lands. Sure. Looks like they're digging for a land. Okay. Awesome. So I think there we go. So there goes our brainstorm. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Misty Rainforest this time. I'm gonna hold off on the Strix um, because I don't have a Force of Will. I'd like to hold off because, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Strix. Since our opponent does appear to be low on land, it might be good for us to get the opportunity right off the bat. Since I have the red elemental blasts, I think I'm gonna start out with my volcanic island. See if this resolves. All right, and it paid off. There goes our red elemental blast. I figured turn 3, I think the biggest things I have to worry about are Strix, possibly a Lily. Um, Let me think. Possibly a Lily, a removal spell, um, Snap Rainstorm or Snap Ponder, maybe a K command. Lily being the most dangerous. Their own Strix, not a problem. Alright, so there goes another Snapcaster Mage. I'm going to go ahead and play the Bayou. We'll save the Polluted Delta for when we want to use the Brainstorm, but right now I really like my hand. I'm going to just go 1 for 1 here. Okay. Pass turn. Looks like our opponent doesn't want to do the same. It's nice to have the red elemental blast back up just in case they decide to play a Jace. End of turn. Leave things the way they are. Now it's looking like when I do decide to fetch, I'm going to go ahead and grab another Underground Sea. Liana the Last Hope. No response. All right. Swing 1. So I think we're going to end of turn. Well, nope, we're going to hold off. All right, Assassin's Trophy, no problem. All right, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and Underground Sea, cast a Ponder. At the top 3. So, wondering if I should go for the K command. Stop our opponent from being able to bring a creature back. We can kill Strix and deal 2 to Lily. We still have a land to play. Don't necessarily want to leave myself open to a chase. I think I'm going to shuffle this up. Draw. Going to play the Polluted Delta. Oh. Tap. Play the Brainstorm. See if our opponent lets this resolve. None of those are good. here. Here. And it looks like the lily is going to tick up. So right now, we're still not in bad shape. I have a Pyroblast for a Jace, or sorry, a couple of Red Elemental Blast for a Jace. Hymn to Torak is a lot. I think we're gonna alert response, and I am going to push the Strix. All right, not a problem. And then we'll choose at random. Blast, that kind of hurts. And an island. All right, that wasn't bad. That's more along the lines of what I wanted. Okay. EOT. Let's get rid of those 2 lands on top. Go ahead and grab that under. You know, I think here I am going to grab the Badlands. I just want to have the 2 red sources. All right, so Leovold's actually really, really nice here. Black, blue, green. Leovold. This is really going to help us. Okay. Ah, got us. All right. Pass turn. This has been a really good game. Definitely not out of the woods. Okay, Strix. I think that's fine. Okay. All right, so what can I do here? I need to get rid of the lily. So I think I'm going to start off with, first of all, I'm going to reduce the amount of land that I have. Snap. Ponder. Okay. Okay. So our opponent's going to take up to 7. And next turn we can play Jace. But unless I can get something now, our opponent is going to get a bunch of zombies. I think I need to shuffle away Jace. Draw. And pass turn. This is not looking good. Okay. And I discard. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the trop. Alright, so our opponent's going up to 7. Kill snap. Swing 1. I'm going to go ahead and Pyro or Red Elemental Blast this next. Oh. Exactly what we're waiting for. Nice. All right. Our turn. All right. Can we get the trophy? Well, that's actually really, really helpful. I'm going to go ahead and I still just want to try and get rid of it altogether. So and I did cast Ponder. So I'm going to snap Brainstorm. Okay. So thinking my opponent might have a Pyroblast or Red Elemental Blast in hand. Okay. Cast Brainstorm. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, good thing we got the bolt. From here, I'm going to go ahead and put the land, then the Strix. Do this. Bolt Lily. Awesome. And pass turn. I'm trying. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have another Jace. If so, we might be a little stuck. Because I think that would seal the deal. Okay. Sure. Yep. All right. Good move. Good move. So next I have a Strix on top with the Verdant Catacombs underneath that. Yep. Dead draw next. Still have a chance. Sure. Getting a small army. Here comes the Gurmag. Alright, so that's 9 next turn. Good game. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring back in a Thoughtseize. Um, let's see, is that bring in the other Thoughtseize? Trying to think. I still like Toxic Deluge. I know Lightning Bolt was helpful, but I'm thinking the discard might be a little bit better. Culligan's Command is fine. The Edict for Gurmag, just because I need to be aware of that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and save this, shuffle it up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's 4 lands, a Brainstorm, a Pulse, and a Strix. I think this is pretty good as I can shuffle away the extra lands. The Brainstorm will get us a few new cards, the Strix, and then the Pulse for backup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Verdant and pass. From here, I'm probably going to get an Underground Sea. Draw, okay, so a Jace. We're looking pretty good so far. I'm not going to cast the Strix. I still think I'm going to go with the Brainstorm and then shuffle it up from there. And potentially shuffle it up, I should say. This has been a really good 2 out of 3. Ponder, sure. Maelstrom Pulse is really nice because if our opponent does cast a Jace or a Lily, that'll let us take it out right away without having to worry about Pyroblast. So far, it doesn't appear as though they kept in any forces, but I guess to them it doesn't look like we did either. End of turn. And find an Underground Sea. brainstorm. Yikes. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Grab a tropical island. Since I already have the Badlands. Untap. Draw. All right. I really like that. I really like that. Okay. Brainstorm? Either way, I am very happy with that. Something proactive. Oh. Oh, that. Okay. Sure. Sure. Pass turn. Yep. All right, so our opponent's keeping the purposely untapped the volcanic island, so there might be a good chance that they have a pyroblast or a red elemental blast, some type of a blast. That's fine though. They are definitely doing a lot of digging, that is for sure. Strix? Sure. All right. That is great. So, question. Can I get a Jace on the board? Let's see if you're running a Force of Will. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Though I guess there's the chance for Pyroblast. I'm okay with taking that chance. So let's see. All right. Maybe their own Jace. Gramag. Works for me. Awesome. Cool. Will do. Great. So we untap with the Jace. All right. So that makes me pretty happy. Yeah, the Gurmag, the Strix, that's not a big deal. I am going to play the Delta because I know I want to play the Delta. I wonder if I should just bounce the Strix. How many cards? One Flusterstorm. I do want to keep an eye on the top of his library though because I want to keep the Jace alive. I have the trophy and the pulse. I'm thinking I can just kill the Gurmag and call it good. Let's see what we got here. Brainstorm. Opponent doesn't need the card selection. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Strix. Draw, push, so that's really good. Wonder if they have a snap. I'm gonna go ahead and main phase this this trophy. Yep. So I definitely called it. Cool. All right. Turn. So the nice thing is, though, is that Jace survives the turn as long as our opponent doesn't have a bolt. I can still kill the Gurmag the next turn if I need to with the pulse. Sure. Okay, they brainstormed. Returning the Strix. Yeah. Oh, he had it counters. Whoops. Strix and Jace. So, alert response. At least I got the targets that time. Find cards. I think with this, I'm going to go ahead and get the Bayou. Shuffle up. That. Take 1 from Strix and 5 from Gurmag. So the good news is I think I can take out, I can get rid of all the threats this turn. And a Brainstorm. This is looking pretty decent. 1 card in the graveyard, so I'm going to, I mean, either way, there's the chance at the bolt. All right, so let me do this. Green. And red is looking like the least likely here. So let me pulse that. All right. Let me bounce that. And there's a good chance that our opponent has some type of removal. So do I brainstorm and hope for a removal piece? What do I have here? Still have an extra push. I think I do. I'm gonna brainstorm. Okay, so the polluted delta went to play. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I also think I can get rid of that. 13, draw, find. I'm gonna get the volcanic islands. Strix. So the good news is I have a Lily back up. This has been such a great game. I do think Jace is going to die this turn, but I was able to take out the Gurmag. It could very well come down next turn. I give it that. Or, well, I guess it could have came down, but my opponent looks like they chose not to. Thoughtseize, sure. I think there goes Lily. And do they kill the Strix? That's the big question. All right. All right, so once again, I untap with Jace. All right, so start off. Strix. Zero Jace. Can I get rid of these two lands? I'm actually a fan of that. It's too bad that I used the volcanic, but that's it. It should be fine for the most part. I'm gonna return that. I like all of these cards. Yeah, because if we loop, because I want to keep the Pyroblast in case my opponent casts Jace again, I'll probably have to Pyroblast this Strix. Yep, I think this is the route I have to take. Again, I know my opponent has a Gurmag. But I can draw a land, possibly fetch, brainstorm, or brainstorm fetch. Yeah. Yep. At Jace. At Strix. This is so close. My Jace is holding on by a thread. Alright, and Gurmag has to come down, right? Oh, okay. Sure. And I mean, heck, My opponent could have very well gotten rid of it. Bolt. Pyroblast, that'll work too. Yeah, just we'll go ahead and get rid of that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So the question is do I brainstorm now, knowing that I have a land on top, but that I can shuffle that away? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. No, I think I get 3 fresh new cards. This has been a good game. All right. I'm really happy with that. Okay, command. What we have here. Strix, more Strix. I have a K command at the top. Can make my opponent discard and me get Strix back, cast Strix. And then I can do the same next turn. All right. Here's hoping for no him. Can my opponent snap him? Nope. Snap Thoughtseize. Sure. I'm all right with that. Island. I think I go ahead and I do this again. Got rid of the Gurmag. Let's bring back the Strix. Let me see. Island. Cast Strix. Draw. Sure, Verdant Catacombs. Let's do it. End of turn. Brainstorm. Snap. Nope. K command. Modes. Kill Strix. No. I'm not going to assume that. Strix and Snap seem really good. I do think that I Pyroblast this Snap, though, or I blast this Snap. Yikes. Yep. Sure. All right. Can I get something to deal with this? A turn too late. It's okay, though. That is okay. Okay. Sure. Strix. Damn. Still got a couple of turns before Lily alts. Getting rid of the rainforest just in case. We have one brainstorm left. I have a trophy left. I have 3 snaps somewhere. Okay. Sure. All right. Okay. Yep. All right. A ponder. It's good so far. uh, um, I really like Jason. And I think if I fetch... Alright, so can I do that? Jace. Okay. Counter. I know I have the ponder. But I know that it's not necessarily what I want. So, 8. Zero Jace. So I might as well do this. So I'm gonna him. Okay. It's been such a good game. I'm so curious as to how it's going to play out. Lily on 6 though. Okay. 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 Awesome. Yikes. Target. Oh. All right. Okay. 7. All right. So draw. 0 Jace. Yep. Yep. Yes. So lucky. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to put back the force because there's a greater possibility. Let me see something. Oh no, I'm thinking. So no Jace there. 1 Jace there. I know Grixis usually plays 2 to 3 Jace. 1 Lily. 31 cards. If I get rid of this now, so I think I get rid of that, then that, black and green. Got it. And then got rid of the snap. All right. 6 life. What does my opponent draw? Oh, a Tarn. All right. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and 0 Jace. All right, so that. All right, and in my opponent's turn, I'm probably gonna I think I'm going to start trying to do work. So I'm going to draw. I'm going to him my opponent because I just don't even want to take any chances. Cast him. That'll work. Him to Torok. Attack, bottom, go. All right. I'm not out of the woods yet by any means, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I'm gonna zero Jace. Just wanted to get him out of bolt range. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Snap. Alert response. Okay. Yes, I agree that that was totally aggressive, but you know what? I'm at 6 life, and I'd really like to keep this lead. Go ahead and shuffle this up. Draw, sure. Let's see if we can get our opponent to stop using those. Force will, don't care. End turn, end of turn. Are they going to fetch? It's like they're thinking about it. Okay. Yep. It's alright. Such a good game. That was so close. It's definitely not over yet, but at least I feel like I'm in a good spot. I have forcible backup. Oh, I probably should get rid of the ponder. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and ponder. I just want to keep the good stuff coming. Oh my gosh. Not gonna lie. Thought he was asking for my deck list. I felt pretty cool for a minute. It's okay though. I totally get it. There we go. Still have enough for forcible backup. Feeling better and better. Yep. We're all here to learn. Yeah. Really good games, though. Awesome. Well, that was a great 2 out of 3 with 4 color versus Grixis Control. If you liked the match, hit the like button. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell. That way you get notified of new content. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Have a good night.